Hi, I'm Pastor Randall Neal at Zion Lutheran Church in Hopkins, Minnesota, and today is Tuesday, February 16th, 2021. Let me ask you, how many of you have been on a diet in your life? Okay, uh, quite a few, I see. Lost count? Yeah, well, me too. Now, some of those diets were because of my wrestling days in high school and in college. I had to make weight. I played football at 205 pounds, and in high school and the first couple years of college, I wrestled at 167. And I had to do that in a matter of a month and a half or so. So, I guess you could call it a diet, but it wasn't really. It was simply not eating and not drinking. Dumb, I know that, not smart, but that's the way it was done back in the 1960s and 1970s. Well, if you're one of those overblessed people who can eat anything you want and never gain weight, keep it to yourself, right? A lot of folks don't want to hear about how easy it is for you to keep that weight off. But if you've been on a diet, then you know what it's like to blow a diet, probably, right? I'm guilty. You've been eating just celery and tofu for the past couple of weeks and you're getting lighter. Yay! And then someone offers you a French fry. Ooh. And you succumb. And then you say, oh, well, I might as well eat all the French fries. And then you feel so bad about it, right? You say, oh, what's the use? I might as well wash it down with a milkshake while I'm at it. Okay, the guilt, right? An hour later, you're thinking, oh, if I've blown it this bad, I might as well order a pizza too, with extra cheese and extra pepperoni, of course. Guilty? Well, you're making progress, you slip, you feel bad about slipping, so you fall further. You start thinking, what's the use? After what I've done? And so you give up and you maybe even end up worse off than you were to begin with. Now, that's not just a blueprint for dieting disaster, is it? It's also a blueprint for spiritual disaster. And that's where I'm going with this devotional thought this morning. I heard it called the cycle of shame. I kind of like that, and it's kind of stuck with me over time. And this cycle of shame, this guilt that goes along with giving up the diet, and really you could put in a lot of different variables, but we're talking diet this morning. Well, that cycle of shame is one of the devil's favorite tools for pulling a follower of Jesus down and then keeping them there. You know, you could be trapped in that cycle of shame even right now, my friends. Or you've been there and you don't want to go back there, right? You may have fallen, but you know what? You can get up. There's so much hope for you. And that takes me to Micah chapter 7, verses 8 through 10. And Micah assures us of that fact. The section's about someone who has fallen, but who's defiantly turning the tables on the enemy who brought them down. Here's what defiant hope sounds like from this Micah passage. Micah writes, do not gloat over me, my enemy. Though I have fallen, I will rise. Though I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light. He will bring me out into the light. I will see his righteousness, and then my enemy will see it and will be covered with shame. I love it. Now, you notice at the beginning of that section, it's you who are covered by shame because of what you've done, whatever it might be. And at the end of that section from Micah, it's your enemy who's covered with shame because you've shaken off his shackles of shame and you've realized you can't change you. He can't change you, but the Lord can. And there's our hope for today. You've refused to stay down. And you're defiantly determining to make the devil pay for what he's deceived you into doing. You're going to do some serious damage to the kingdom of the one who had tried to do some serious damage to you, Satan. Now, Satan succeeds in keeping you down with that what's the use lie. And it is a lie. It's a lie. when you make that big mistake, whatever it might be. You focus on you instead of the one who died so that you could be free. The Bible doesn't say the righteous man never falls. It doesn't say that. It says in Proverbs 24:16, though a righteous man fails 7 times, so it's assuming that he does, he rises again. And that's the part I love. My friends, don't let sin turn into 100 sins. Get up right away, and you can pick up where you left off growing in Christ. You bring your sin. You bring your failure to whom? To Jesus, right? You turn from it. You apply the forgiveness Jesus paid for at that cross to that sin. And you believe his promise about what you did. I will remember their sins no more. Remember that passage? Hebrews 10:17. I love it. Let me say it again. I will remember their sins no more. It's gone. It's gone. Now, Satan keeps pointing you to the past, right? Because, well, past can't be changed. That's true. But Jesus keeps pointing you to the future because it's yet to be written. Yes, you may have gone down, but you don't have to stay down, my friends. Jesus stands ready this very minute to pick you up, to dust you off, to bandage your wounds, and help you start running for him again. Forgiven, restored, and stronger than you've ever been before. Hang in there, my friends. Thanks for listening. Looking forward to our next visit.